going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So, of course, Monday Night Football. Vikings taking on the Crooked Chicago Bears, historic U.S. Bank Stadium. Winter Warrior whiteout thing. And so I like that a lot of the graphics around the league are sort of throwbacks, homages. And this one is good. Like, you could see this one in like the 1961 inaugural season opening game against the Crooked Chicago Bears. Like, they need, first off, so someone who is a collector of really stupid random things, they need to bring back programs. I know that they have them, but they should be more widespread. And they need to bring back physical tickets. I know that everything is beep, scan, but what are we going to do? Take a screenshot of it? Just, these are my beloved screenshots. So stupid. But yeah, this one looks really damn good. Although that doesn't really look like a bear. Looks more like a werewolf. You know what I mean? Yeah. But also, that's a badass logo. I think they should. I've always thought that the Vikings. So of course the side profile T.J. Hawkinson logo is great, but they should have a straight ahead logo as well. There you go. Also, it reminded me of Thursday night Rams played the Niners in just the most boring ass game, 0 touchdown game. Come on, man. And they showed like one of these old school like 1961 game programs. 25 cents. Ticket was probably $1.25. Beers were 10 cents. America back in the day. But I don't know, like they just don't have art like this anymore. Now I understand that they probably can't put a broken down shotgun in the programs, but I mean, the Rams used to be a thing, and the 49ers used to be like really bad, and they're bad again. I don't know. So maybe nature is healing. Who knows? Something I do know is you guys have been crushing it with our annual holiday fundraiser. Currently at about $3,350. Last time we checked. Looking to get to $4K before the end of the month. Every dollar donated to the show in the month of December will go to Salvation Army Twin Cities, as well as the local Toys for Tots. You guys have been just very generous, phenomenal. And every single super chat, question, comment during our live streams, Venmos, Cash Apps, as well as there's direct donation links in the description to Salvation Army Toys for Tots. Shoot us an email. We'll include you in the total. We've had some huge anonymous donations. Toys for Tots, Salvation Army, just really fantastic. And thank you for doing this. It's really good to pay it forward this time of year, and it's awesome. So, something else that's awesome is Randy Moss. So he went on Instagram Live on Friday afternoon talking about his situation and overall. So he revealed a bile duct cancer diagnosis. He revealed that he underwent a 6-hour surgery, spent 6 days in the hospital. He declared himself cancer-free, called himself a cancer survivor. Obviously, there's still a long road ahead of him, but he's got a very upbeat attitude, and he's got his family surrounding him, and that's like half the battle, man. All right, Vikings. I'm a cancer survivor. Some trying times for sure, but we made it through. Glad to hear Randy Moss thinking about and praying for you and your family as you finish treatments. Let's Moss cancer, and it's really fantastic news because as all like the rumors and the innuendo and Larry Fitzgerald's dad tweets just like you're very worried about Randy, but it was really good to see him. Obviously it's taken a physical toll, and if you've had people close to you in your life go through cancer treatments, the radiation chemo is no walk in the park. But Randy's gonna crush this thing. Like, just his attitude, man. Like, that he's going to win, and something that's beautiful and awesome. Yeah. And also, starting the Randy Moss, we got Moss. Yeah, buying all the T-shirts, buying the hoodie. It's gonna be fantastic. RandyMoss.com. Let's Moss cancer. Damn straight. So, overall, like, really good news. And Randy's just gonna crush the rest of this. Right, and he's going to be back on TV before you know it. And I love that he's taking a proactive ambassador stance on this. And, yeah, it's one of my favorite players of all time. And, yeah, I love that Randy came into the league as someone in need of guidance in their life. And he got that. He had Chris Carter, who acted like a big brother. He had Denny Green. acted like a surrogate father, and yeah, the Denny's just watching over him still. Just really good. Yeah. Also good. Let's talk about football so we don't get emotional. So Johnny Randle every Friday puts out something related to the upcoming game for the Vikings. This one, Elf on the Shelf, except the elf just decided to, I don't know, disembowel a stuffed teddy bear, which is good because he got the Bears on Monday night. And this instantly reminded me of one of my favorite dumb stories from the Zimmer era. So 2016, the Vikings were 5-0 coming off a bye, playing the Eagles, and allegedly in the locker room when the team came back from bye, there was a bunch of slaughtered stuffed animals, notably stuffed cats. And the theme of it, supposedly, was fat cats get slaughtered, so don't be a fat cat. That was the whole premise. Right? And then the Vikings went on to lose, and then they finished the season 8-8. I still firmly blame, you wouldn't even do this with high school kids. Like, this is such hokey ridiculousness. And then I love that Zimmer went all shaggy. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, no, we lost it. Zimmer went all shaggy on the bit afterwards. It wasn't me. This was a real headline on ESPN.com when Gessling was at ESPN. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer refutes reports about slaughtering stuffed animals. This team used to be fun and hilarious, and now all we do is win games and have two franchise quarterbacks. Boring. Just Vikings coach Mike Zimmer began his Thursday news conference. I remember this, refuting a report that he slaughtered stuffed animals last week as part of a motivational play. There's never been a sweeter combination of words in the English language history. It's great. It's really good. Something's not great. So, Stephon Gilmore, DNP'd 2 days in a row. His status for Monday is probably not going to be, he'll probably won't be available, but frankly, it's fine. Hamstrings can be tricky, get him back to 100%. Now, they didn't put him on IR after the Cardinals game, so that does say something, and they've been very upbeat, talk about the prospects of Gilmore returning, but I say just shut him down until he's 110%. And have him for the stretch run, Packers, Lions, as well as into the playoffs. That's going to be good to go. Yeah, because hamstrings are tricky, because even if you come back at 90%, there's still that risk of a twinge, and that's no good. All right, so Gilly, heal up fast. Also, good news to see Patrick Jones second went to full participation on Friday. Looks to return to the lineup on Monday night after missing last week versus Atlanta. Also, Justin friggin' Jefferson. So had himself a big-time game against the Falcons. Not as big as Jordan Addison, but still pretty damn good. But I feel like under the lights, Winter Warrior, I think Jefferson's going to put on a show. Also, Jalen is still just like, I can't believe that. It's going to be good. Jefferson talked about how the Bears are going to try and defend him, which, remember last time, they basically just triple-teamed him. 2 catches for 27 yards. Everyone else went off, but Vikes fan page. Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson, how he expects the Bears to play their defense on Monday. Quote, I don't know. It all depends on what do they rather. Do they rather me go off, or do they rather Jordan Addison, TJ, Aaron Jones to go off? I'm pretty sure that they're going to pick the second option. That's what most people do. And it's true. And also, a lesser person would piss and moan about, like, hey, everyone else is putting up stats. This is unfair. This sucks, and blah, blah, blah. But Jefferson, we said that Jefferson is completely different. He is all about ball. He is all about winning. And we talked about, like, yes, he is the highest paid receiver in NFL history. But guess what? That wasn't his goal. His goal was to win and be the best at his position, and the money just comes with that. All right, so see, a lot of players are like, I want the money, so I have to become the best at my position, as opposed to Jefferson, where it's like, I want to become the best at my position. The money is just a result of that. It's great. And he does have that winning attitude. Like, frankly, he understands the gravitational pull that he has with the defense, and it makes everyone else's life easier because they're either singled up or they're going to have numbers in a zone just because he's getting 2 or 3 defenders every single time, right? And he understands, like, teams can't do that forever because I mean, teams will just be like, hey, Jefferson will not beat us, and then they lose the game because everyone else goes off, and they're like, yay, we did it. No, keep on doing that, please. But eventually, Jefferson will get singled up, and then he'll be good to go. It's fantastic. Also, so I don't understand, but it does seem like there's a federal law that requires whenever anyone talks about Justin Jefferson, you have to mention Jamar Chase. I don't know what it is. Jamar is a dude. He's fantastic, man. But it does feel like everyone is trying to gas him up, trying to have the conversation. Oh, Jamar or Justin Jefferson. They're both good. How about that? Me personally, obviously I'm biased, but I think Jefferson can do a little bit more, and he does more against a lot of doubles and triples, right? And yeah, Chase gets that too, but not as consistently as Justin friggin' Jefferson, right? And it's so funny. So Pro Bowl games, NFL.com put out this graphic. Top 5 vote getters. Jefferson 1, Jamar Chase 2. By Justin Jefferson, 69,000. Nice. And of course, hey, as you always do, put the number 2 vote getter on the graphic as opposed to the number 1. But also, I mean, it's a moot conversation because you look at the vote total, like Jefferson and Chase, 69,000 plus 68,000, head and shoulders above Amon-Ra. That's a height joke, as well as Scary Terry, C.D. Lamb. I was told that C.D. Lamb was just as good as Justin Jefferson by Cowboy fans. Yeah, it happens. Also, something that happens is December to remember. Vikes fan page again. Quarterback Sam Darnold in the month of December of the season, completing 73% of his passes, 582, 7 tutties, 9.9 yards per attempt, and 0 goose egg DeAndre Russell turnovers. Knocking on all the wood. Santa Claus is coming to town, indeed. And we said that, hey, Sam Darnold was September NFC Offensive Player of the Month. He's going to be December Offensive Player of the Month because Stafford was step and step with him, except then a Thursday night game happened. By the way, RIP in the fantasy playoffs if you start a Cooper Kupp. No show. Now, a lot of conversations has been around, what's going to happen this offseason with Sam Darnold. Do they extend him? Do they franchise him? And also, you got J.J. McCarthy on his rookie deal. Guess what? Have them both. We've talked about the various ways that the Vikings can keep Darnold around 2025. Basically, if they want to keep Darnold in 2025, they can because they have the franchise tag and they can afford it. That's the ultimate trump card. And I do think that you could potentially leverage him with the threat of the... Now, I know that the Vikings are a upstanding organization that generally treats their players very well and doesn't do them dirty. This isn't doing Darnold dirty. This is literally just using the leverage that's built into the CBA. All right. And Darnold, with the threat of franchise tag, we get him into a 1-year deal where he can spread out some of the cap hits. Yes. And I think that's going to be the best course of action because, like we said yesterday, the old trope is, well, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. No, BS. You have 2 good quarterbacks. And with McCarthy, maybe there are some reservations about the knee. Maybe there's some reservations about him not having a single snap of NFL action so far. Maybe there is some worry that Darnold finally turned a corner, something switched in his head, and now he's a top 5 quarterback and panning on the potential they made in the number 3 overall pick in 2018. Have both. Have them both and have a Joe Montana and Steve Young type dynamic, and just go from there. And I know that this can divide a locker room, but I trust Kevin O'Connell and the coaching staff, and also, frankly, the players, to be able to be mature enough to handle all of this, right? Because I think that this could be good to go. Also good to go. I love Cameron Beasley Bynum. Pride of the Philippines. Let's go. Schefter. A Viking safety Cameron Bynum is the Week 15 NFLPA Community MVP for taking 25 local kids on a holiday shopping spree and hosting his annual Filipino fiesta with authentic food and dancing while raising money for his Bynum Faith Foundation. And it's really cool. NFLPA put out these graphics. Just Beasley doing the break dance, and then at the Filipino Fest, doing the break dancing moves. It's really good. I love it. What was the Filipino Olympia? Yeah, at Alat. It's good. Yeah, Beasley honestly is one of my favorite Vikings. I love the attitude and energy that he brings, and just a pure happiness and joy. He's He's one of the players, we've used this distinction before. So when a player just loves the game, they'll play it for $10 and a ham sandwich per game. Everson Griffin was one of those. Cameron Bynum definitely is. And I love his Filipino pride. I love what he does for the Filipino community. And life really is a movie. Plus, obviously the Vikings defense are going to get turnovers because that's what we do. Every single time I'm rooting for Beasley or Metellus to come up with it because I want to know what they have cooked up next. That's good, man. That's good. Anyways, that is it. Saturday Vikings news dump. Y'all are the best. You guys know what to do. Skull, production value.